Abelard, a prominent medieval philosopher, theologian, and scholar, lived during the 11th and 12th centuries. Born in 1079 in La Palette, France, Abelard's intellectual prowess and controversial ideas mark him as one of the most influential figures of his time. Abelard's early education was marked by his exceptional talent in dialectics and logic. He gained fame as a skilled disputant, engaging in debates across Europe. His method of teaching emphasized questioning and critical thinking, challenging traditional approaches to education. Abelard's rise to prominence also brought him to Paris, where he established himself as a formidable teacher. One of Abelard's most famous works is Sic et Non, Yes and No, a collection of theological and philosophical questions that presents conflicting opinions from various authorities. This work showcased his commitment to rigorous intellectual inquiry and set the stage for his later controversies. However, Abelard is perhaps best known for his love affair with H. Luz, a brilliant scholar in her own right. Their relationship, marked by passion and intellectual connection, ultimately led to scandal. Abelard's secret marriage to H. Luz angered her uncle, and a tragic series of events followed, including Abelard's castration. The poignant letters exchanged between Abelard and H. Luz, now known as the Letters of Abelard and H. Luz, reveal the depth of their emotional and spiritual connection. Abelard's theological contributions centered on his ideas about the atonement. In his work Exposition of the Epistle to the Romans, he argued for a moral influence theory of atonement, suggesting that Christ's sacrifice influenced humanity morally rather than satisfying divine justice. This perspective challenged prevailing views, sparking theological debates that continued long after Abelard's time. However, Abelard's unorthodox views on the Trinity and other theological matters brought him into conflict with church authorities. The Council of Sens in 1141 condemned several of his teachings, leading to his excommunication. Despite facing such ecclesiastical censure, Abelard remained a bold thinker, unwilling to compromise his commitment to reason and inquiry. Peter Abelard's legacy endures through his intellectual contributions and his role in shaping medieval scholasticism. His emphasis on critical thinking, dialectics, and the pursuit of knowledge left an indelible mark on the medieval intellectual landscape, influencing later philosophers and theologians. Abelard's life reflects a passionate pursuit of truth, marked by triumphs, tragedies, and a commitment to intellectual freedom that resonates through the centuries.
An overview of Peter Abelard's life, emphasizing his significance as a medieval philosopher, theologian, and scholar. It covers key aspects such as his intellectual prowess, controversial ideas, educational approach, notable works like Sic et Non, and his impactful theological contributions, particularly his moral influence theory of atonement. The narrative also delves into Abelard's personal life, highlighting his romantic involvement with Heloise and the subsequent tragic events, including his castration, despite facing conflicts with church authorities and excommunication. Abelard's legacy is depicted as enduring through his intellectual contributions, shaping medieval scholasticism and influencing later philosophers and theologians. The passage portrays Abelard as a bold thinker committed to reason, inquiry, and a passionate pursuit of truth, acknowledging the complexities of his triumphs and tragedies.